DJ down south, DJ down south, DJ down south.
What is a real hustler? A real hustler is the person that wants your job, your position, your sale, the best grade, the #1 spot. A hustler is the person that's gonna go out of their way to get to the next level in business, school, sports, entertainment, music, and even publishing. Hustlers ain't satisfied with their current position. A real hustler ain't gonna go sit around and wait for someone else. They're gonna go for it, they're gonna get it, and make it happen for themselves. A real hustler will maintain a high level of hustle every day to reach the top. They won't listen to no haters, and they won't take no negativity. As a proud supporter of the Right Stuff reality show that makes 100 Racks Energy Drink says this: if you're a real hustler, stay focused on your goals in life. Upgrade your mind, body, and soul, and you will reach your ultimate goal. 100 Racks will give you the push you need to get your hustle on every day. Drink a can, improve your daily hustle. To find out more about 100 Racks, visit www.100racks.com. That's 100racks.com. To see how you can support the Right Stuff, go to www.therightstufftv.com. That's TheWrightStuffTV.com.
We continue with part 5 of my conversation with best-selling authors Jerry Jenkins, Evie Rhodes, L.A. Banks, and Jewell Parker Rhodes as they discuss faith and literature. And also keep in mind what readers have come to not only expect, but what they themselves might have feelings about when it comes to your work.
I think what keeps me true to myself is that I'm a news junkie. I love current events and I love the news, and I'm also a research junkie. So what people find in my work is really a fusion of a lot of stuff, because I do know that there was a very rich and cultural heritage of Africans and you know, the shamanic belief systems of Native Americans. You know, I kind of, like in my work, I go around the world, and I go back before 2,000 years, and I go back before Christianity from a historical perspective. So what I try to do is I try to stay out of the liturgical argument and I say, well, you know, this is what's in the Bible, this is what's in the Quran, this is what's in the Torah, and this is what you know, ancient peoples believed. And I don't make a real judgment on it that way. I just present it. And I give my good guys tools in the tool bag from every single faith. So it's not just, you know, they go in and they have spiritual verses from the Bible. They can whip out something from the Torah. They can, you know, pop off with something that's a, you know, Native American shaman thing. You know, they could come with some Buddhist. You know, it's because I really, in my soul, and this is how I kind of reconcile it with people, I believe good is good, and you know, it comes in many, many forms. You know, if I really want to get real deep, I can say in my Father's house there are many mansions, you know. But so I don't go, you know, hardline down one particular route, and I use current events to kind of show the prophecies in everybody's books. So if a tsunami that wipes out 100,000 people and the people can't eat because the fish have been eating on bodies and, you know, stuff like that, or there's an earthquake that rocks the planet so hard that it stopped time for a fraction of a second, and now due north is no longer due north, I guess I'm sort of like, I take those kinds of issues that people have seen in the news, and then I try to help them reconcile it to multiple faiths, so that they take their own path, but it's a good path.
L.A., I'm actually going to stay with you while we go into this next question, because I want to talk, since we were just talking about, of course, staying true to yourself, but also, you know, of course, feeding the frenzy of your readers. All of you have been able to sell countless copies of your books because people have found something in your work that resonates with them. L.A., what is that like to know that something that you enjoy doing has such a deep impact for people, and in some ways might actually spark their own journey to find out more about something outside of themselves?
Well, Cyrus, I would say that it is first and foremost deeply humbling. And, when somebody comes or they send you an email and they say, I never knew about Lilith, and now I'm, like, looking more into this, or, I didn't know this was in Scripture for real. Oh, my God. It makes you go, wow, I got to be really responsible in how I present this material. At least it does for me. So it doesn't necessarily make me hold back. In fact, what it does is every book and every time I get a response like that, it pushes me to research harder and find more people and talk to more clerics and, research into another part of the world that I hadn't learned before, and, just kind of suspend judgment and just look at the history and try to make a map of what actually happened. I started off the first book in my series. I was going by pretty much what I remembered from Sunday school, And then the response was so forceful that I was like, wait a minute, okay, I better really let me get on Amazon and order some books, and let me get up here and get some more research and get online, because people were looking for more and more, and I think I'm pretty sure Jerry he definitely, I know, has experienced that. But
right.
It's humbling, and you have to take it as a blessing. And what they say about blessings, you don't throw those to the wind, or you don't take them lightly. You take them for what they are and try to excel each time you're blessed.
All right, exactly. Jewell, the same question to you. What is it like to know that you are inspiring other people in their own walks to find out more about their faith and what they believe?
I agree with L.A. It is so humbling, and just tonight I got an email from somebody who, read my second novel like years ago and was just blown away, and that just inspires me. It makes me want to keep writing. It makes me, like L.A., want to discover more things that I don't know. But I also want to say, like, for all of us, I think it's a miracle, a blessed gift when we set our hands to the keyboard or our pen to paper, And I think I do feel as though, my heart gets bigger, my mind gets bigger, and I'm calling on the Spirit, and in particular calling upon my empathy to sort of like make these characters real and three-dimensional. And I think that is what readers really connect to, that they connect to that desire of all humanity to understand our human nature, to understand, the sense of the spiritual and the miracles. So I actually think, though I don't think that I'm necessarily special. I think that all of us have the gift, and as a writing teacher, I believe that you can teach a lot of people how to write wonderful stuff. But I feel very much privileged every time I start to write that it's a miracle happening, and it's a blessing that's been given to me, and it's like, whoa, it makes my life so good. And if that connects to readers and they feel it too, it's like, to me, that's faith and spirituality. That's goodness at work in the world.